do you believe that waiting to feel inspired is killing your career as a creator?
I would say yes, because as a creator, right, you should build discipline. Inspiration does not last. To build quality, right, you need to do something over a period of time.
Is waiting for motivation a creative process or just a socially accepted form of procrastination?
It's actually a form of procrastination. It makes you feel like you're building, you're creating something in your head, you're doing all of these things, like they're waiting for that little spark. But you need to put systems and structures in place. You need to start working.
So can we accuse the audience of pressuring creators to get ghostwriters, to get aids from other creators or AI?
First of all, I even think the creators feel pressured because they need the validation of the audience. I had this issue with my skin and it affected my work. I just had to stop working. I had to stop taking orders. I don't post for a long time, right?
Okay.
And in the long run, when I now wanted to start, I felt like, okay, how do I start again? That's where structure comes in, because if these things are not checked, right?
Yes.
You burn out and then you even forget exactly what you are meant to do. If you're motivated 4 times a week, right?
And it's just for one idea, because 4 times a week is very generous.
You can't be motivated for just one idea.
Hello and welcome. Just so you know, it's Big Frank on Liberators Network, where minds are set free, voices are amplified, and ideas spark real-world impact. Today, I have a very interesting and educative topic, and a more interesting and educated guest. Yes, she is a singer and songwriter, the CEO and founder of Prime Pastries, and a content creator, a very good content creator. You should check her out. And just to spice things up, she's a geologist in training. I'm saying that because she rocks. You know, I usually say if beauty is the criteria to having people on this podcast, if beauty was the criteria to have people on this podcast, she'd be the host. With me, I have Miss...
Hi, my name is Debbie.
She sounds cool too. I forgot to mention that. Okay, I said singer and songwriter. You should know that. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
So we're going to dive straight into what we have here. So we're going to be speaking of consistency versus motivation. Why waiting to feel inspired is killing your career as a creator.
Okay.
Work ethic versus emotional dependence. All this, everything I just said, is part of the topic. But let me ask you first, do you believe that waiting to feel inspired is killing your career as a creator?
I would say yes.
You agree that if you're waiting to feel inspired, if you're waiting on inspiration, it is killing your career as a creator?
Yes.
How so?
Because as a creator, right, you should build discipline. And while you're waiting for inspiration is something that just comes, right?
Yes.
It doesn't come every time. And the more you're waiting, you feel like, okay, when you are inspired, then you can do what you should do. Yes. I mean, inspiration does not last, right? It can carry you for just for some time, but it's not, it doesn't fuel you to the end, right? So you need to be disciplined, and inspiration does not help you be disciplined, right? Because you just have to wait when you're inspired, then you do what you should do, right? Then you work. I mean,
some people depend on this inspiration so that they can put out their best, because that is how they are able to give the best form of their art. That's where they are freshest. That's their prime. But I understand what you're saying. So this is what we're going to do. Over time, we're going to be dissecting more and more on your point and your opinion and why you think waiting on inspiration kills your career. Because that will be attacking many people. Because I know a lot of you go extra mile to make sure you're inspired. And if you're not inspired, you don't do anything. So first question, is waiting for motivation a creative process or just a socially accepted form of procrastination?
Okay.
This question is almost seconding your point.
I would say it's actually a form of procrastination, right? Because it's just like what we said, when you're waiting to be inspired. Motivation makes you feel like you're building, you're creating something in your head, you're doing all of these things, like they're waiting for that little spark.
Yes,
right?
Yes. You feel
forgetting that you need something that will continue that will flame the spark, that will make the spark to become like big fire or something like that. If you keep waiting for motivation, right? Motivation, waiting for when you're motivated. I mean, you can be motivated once in a month and you can't.
And that will reduce the results you get.
Exactly, right. Building is not just having these ideas in your head. It's about like bringing them into reality. It's about working on them. So when you keep having motivations, keep waiting on motivations, right? Yeah, you need to start working. You need to start doing something.
But what are you going to be working on as a creator, as a creative person? What is it you're going to be working on if you're not motivated to do it, if you're not inspired or motivated to do it? How do you get yourself to start working? And then, if that is discipline, then what do you work on? Is that where AI comes in?
No.
Very good. So,
No. First of all, as a creator, I mean, before AI, there was already something like you've always wanted to do, right? But you need to put systems and structures in place, right?
Okay.
Before the motivation needs to meet you working for you to work on whatever is motivating you.
Motivation needs to meet you working before you work on whatever is motivating you.
It needs to meet you working, right? If motivation comes and then, okay, you're already motivated to do this thing, and then you don't even have the structures in place to do what you're supposed to do. I mean, it will not last. Motivation is necessary, quite all right.
Yes, okay.
But if there's no discipline, if there's no structure system, right? It's just going to come, go, and then leave. And let's just say motivation, and then you're not motivated tomorrow to do something, then
you skip it.
You just skip it and you just be like that when motivation comes. I mean,
and nobody wants to know that, because your viewers, your audience does not know, or they don't care about it. They don't care about it. They're waiting for
all
you
they
to
want to see is they want to see you, right? Motivation and inspiration is necessary, right? But you need to put out work first, then not necessarily wait for the motivation to come, but you need to put out the work first, right? And when the motivation comes, the discipline you've built over time will also amplify the inspirations you have.
So can we accuse the audience of pressuring creators to get ghostwriters, to get aids from other creators or AI? Let's use AI even, for instance, now, because if your audience, they don't care, and all they need is for you to keep creating, give us something to feed on, but you are out of inspiration for now. So are we saying that the audience is responsible for pressuring creatives into doing what they do?
First of all, I even think that creatives feel pressured because they need the validation of the what's it called?
The audience.
The audience, right? That's where structure comes in, because if these things are not checked, right?
Yes.
You burn out, and then you even forget exactly what you are meant to do, right? Or exactly why you started doing what you're doing, right? Because if the audience, nobody will come to your DM and say, okay, I've not posted today, you've not done this thing for us today. They will not hold the gun to your neck and say, do this right.
Come to your DM, they might actually come to your DM. There's a gun. No, they will not. No, they will not hold the gun to your neck because they don't have a gun. But carry on.
But all I'm trying to say is that is where structure comes in. First of all, AI is necessary, right? It's necessary, but then there has to be this drive. There has to be this thing you're doing first before AI comes in. Because if you depend on AI to give you all the ideas you need, right? You end up losing the initial thing you always wanted to do, right?
Yes.
So I really, really think that audience does not really pressure. The thing is just that you're trying to what's it called? You're just trying to please them.
Isn't that the idea of being a creative? Are you not creating for people to like your stuff and then automatically please them? Before you answer that, when you mentioned that AI is necessary, because it's a topic I have for another day.
Okay.
The role of AI in a creative's life, in a creative's art, because many of us, I wouldn't say many of us, some people now depend solely on AI, and with the argument that if you use AI at all, then you shouldn't be checking how much I use AI. We both use AI. So if it is necessary, is there a place where you can now say it's wrong, that it's losing naturality, its natural feel, the humanity in it? Because AI now plays a huge role in contents online. And many of them, we the consumers can't even tell the difference. So it's not like we sit down and be like, it's not interesting because it's AI generated. It's still interesting. So is there a place you should draw the line? But that is for another day. For now, let's focus on if there is a structure set down already, and you have to deliver so time, and the audience, they're expecting to deliver so time, but you're not inspired, you don't have the motivation to deliver that much. What should be the alternative? What do? Do you put out something that is below your standard just because you have to put out something? From your experiences as a creator, are there times you don't feel inspired and you still have to do something?
Yes.
So how do you cope?
And there's sometimes I don't feel inspired and I have to do something, I end up not doing it.
Oh, I see.
Because I don't even know what to do.
That's exactly my point. Now you're waiting for inspiration, aren't you?
Let's bring it down to my experience, right?
Okay, yes, I'm listening.
I'm majorly active on TikTok.
Okay.
Right? And so there are times when I want to do what's it called? Most of the times, recently I've been doing get ready with me content.
Okay.
Get ready with me content. And then sometimes some mornings before service, I don't have the strength to do that. Right. Sometimes I don't know what to do. Sometimes I turn on my camera and I'm looking at it, I'm like, where do we even start from?
Okay.
That's why if you watch my content sometimes, you just randomly see some things and you're like, how does she even think of this thing, right? Most times I create spontaneously. So we actually need to know where your strength lies. That's number one. And then those times that I don't feel like doing it, that's why it's something called bulk creating. Creating, right?
Okay.
You just make videos. Let's say for someone like me that is always on the camera, right? Most times I just randomly have videos of myself, and because I need to post, I have to post, and then I'll just make up something. It's not you get ready with me content, right? But this is something that depicts my character. This is something that depicts who I am, and then I just use that. I just substitute it while waiting for. Sometimes there's no light in the mornings, and I can't. Sometimes I take the pain of. Sorry, I don't like taking pictures.
Oh, I see.
I don't like taking
But you
pictures.
make videos of yourself.
Yes.
How do we go around that logic?
I don't know why.
Okay.
I feel like I express myself more in videos, right? When pictures, I have to like be too composed or do something, and then before you get the correct.
She really is a spontaneous person. She is a spontaneous person.
Yes. So when I what's it called? When I don't have videos to post most times on Sundays, I have to take pictures after service, and then I post
and then you make up for it. Okay,
just make up for it, right?
Okay, I see. Oh, I see. So this is you've mentioned one solution I can see there, because the Sunday picture thing is a substitute for your own structure. It doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't work for everybody.
But the bulk creating, that's what you call the bulk creativity. I don't know how you put it, but that could be a solution. So when you're inspired, you could get down a lot of things you want to do, so that when you lack inspiration, you can still follow your structure.
Exactly.
That is one. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. We could work with that. Let me keep going. If consistency is key, does that mean motivation is overrated or still necessary for quality work? This is very related to what I just asked you now. So if there's a structure, if consistency is key, post 3 times. I've even heard someone say 3 times a day for 50 days.
I've heard that, boy.
And then if that is the key, if that is how you want to get out to your target audience, if that's how you want to make a name, it's motivation still, because who stays inspired and motivated for 50 days straight to be given three videos a day?
Not me.
Do you get? I think that's 150 videos, yes?
Yes.
In 50 days. So who has that much inspiration? Come on. So if consistency is the key, are we looking at putting out quality? Because sometimes the quality is not what matters, it's being on the face of people. So should we sometimes cut down the quality? What should have been the quality of one video? We now cut it and share it into 3 videos. Let's say that we are putting out something. Which one matters more?
Initially asked if motivation is necessary.
Yes.
If it's overrated.
Overrated, or if it's necessary for quality work. And I just broke it down to which one matters more now. Should we focus on putting out quality work or just being consistent?
Motivation is not overrated. Just that people don't understand the work of motivation. People, what's it called? They mistake motivation for the actual thing, right?
How so? For the actual thing, how?
First of all, as a creative, right, there's something about consistency.
Yes.
You need to be in people's faces. You need to be there,
Correct.
right? And we all know that just like you said, I can't stay motivated for 50 days. 150.
That's going to be a miracle if it happens. Yeah.
There's some miracles that God will first of all look at like.
So what do you do then? How do you stay in people's face and still put out quality work? Or do we substitute quality work for consistency? Just put out as many videos as you can, then later we focus on quality.
I think the issue of quality comes from should I call it repetition? No. When to build quality, right, you need to do something over a period of time.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. Experience.
Yes, you need to have an experience that even if at some point some things you need for that particular work is not there, that culture is already there, right? Let's just say I'm to cover a cake, right?
Okay.
Like I bake, right? I'm
Yeah.
to cover a cake, and sometimes, right, it's because I've done it over and over and over again, right? I've covered cakes over and over and over again. That even when, like, I don't even know what to do, I don't know a particular design to give a cake. Like a customer says, "Oh, I want this cake," and they're not giving you any design to work with. You have to like do something else. You have to just do something from your mind, right? That thing you're doing has to coincide with the with what you've always known, right?
Okay.
That's where quality comes in.
Okay.
If you've done something over and over and over and over again, helps you build. Even if the motivation is not there and then you're just doing it, I really don't think it will affect the quality. Sometimes it does, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you failed. You get, sometimes quality can, some things can happen, circumstances can just come in and then the quality of what you do drops. Like currently, so my ring light is no longer available, right?
Yes.
And I've just been thinking, how will I continue doing this thing? Because first of all, one thing that matters for me is I don't have like a very big phone like an iPhone 17 to do a video, right?
Yeah.
But then I focus on lightning, and just even if I don't have that big phone, the one I have, right, I can make something good out of it. I can bring something good out of it. So now that it's not available, I mean, it's kind of like going to affect the videos I put out, because the quality of the videos will drop eventually, right?
Yes.
So that means I have to work on getting back. I have to work on bringing the quality back to what it was
But
before.
till then, you're still shooting videos.
Yes. So then you have to you have to keep shooting.
If I am going to rephrase everything or summarize all you've said, you've used analogies and examples, real life examples and analogies to explain this, and I think you're good with that. So what I would say she's saying is consistency matters, but and motivation matters too. And then I asked which one should be placed. He said that if you do something over time, experience, and that experience is consistency, meaning that focus on consistency more. From what you're saying keep doing it, and you will build the capacity to give out quality, whether you're motivated or not.
Exactly.
Because you've done this thing over and over and over and over and over. When you're called from your sleep, you can do this again, and
Yes.
your quality will still be your standard will
Yes.
still remain same. So in essence, whether it looks as though there is quality or not, be in everyone's face.
That's right.
That's like a legal pass to do anything you want to do on social media. And many of my guests have attacked many of you before. But now you're having another legal process. Do what you have to do. But just be there for now. And then you will build that level of professionalism that puts you out anytime and you're good. That's your stand on this.
That's my stand on it.
Wonderful. And it works actually. I've had a guest here that has over 2M followers, and that's is what he preaches to. Although he tried his best to still maintain quality as well, make it look good, yeah, but he didn't have the necessary equipment to shoot then. He just kept shooting. And yes, he was one that did the 3 videos a day then. Yeah, his friend, yes. It's crazy. Sounds like folktale, but and the videos then, he can't even watch them now. They're bad. He hasn't pulled many of them down, but his page now is.
Exactly. Because it helps you get to that place you're looking. Most creators, like most popular creators right now, they didn't just start one day, oh, my camera, I'll just leave it and then you just go. Do you get? You need to keep. I'm going to like mention somebody, Eric Gugwa.
Yes, I do know him.
I just checked because recently he's been, like he's just, let's just say literally everywhere, like almost everyone knows him now, right?
Yes, he's quite very popular now.
Very popular. But then I went back to his videos then.
Yes.
Went back to his videos. I just had to like scroll down. I was like, what has this person been doing? Like, I noticed that then there's just there's something my pastor will always say.
Yes.
My pastor will always say,
yes.
Someone that is going to be wealthy already knows he's going to be wealthy. Right? So you already know from time. So there's this character, there's this thing that you just keep doing because you already know that no how you have to be and you will be. So
let that be your motivation.
Exactly. So when I went back to his videos, I saw that he has been consistent with, apart from creating, with his stance, with what he has always been saying. Like, he's not someone that'll come and change his word today, say this one to me because of people who will not come, and
how about the quality of what he used to do then?
What is what he used to do before, right?
Yeah.
It's not up to what he does now.
Of course, but was it bad? Would you say it
wasn't bad?
How old? How far back did you check?
I think I checked. I can't remember, but I think
would it be up to 7-8 years?
I don't think I saw up to 7-8 years. I think
because I know he said he's been doing this a very
long time, right? But the videos, I think it was either on Instagram or TikTok. I checked. I can't remember, but the videos I saw were not bad. But for the Eric we know now, right? No, it was not bad.
If you compare it to the Eric you know
now, I think this version of him is better. I mean, the video I saw first that made me start going back was when I saw him using a fork to hold his microphone, right?
Yes.
And there was still this character. There was still this thing that he portrays now that he still portrayed then. The way he carried himself, the way he talked and everything, right?
Him.
So even if let's say camera. Let's remove camera. Quality is not just in the quality of the camera
equipment, it's the content.
Used, right? The content in him was still the Eric. It's still the Eric you know now, right? So the quality was already there. So he just needed a few other aesthetics, right?
Okay.
But then, even at then, he still tried to put the quality of the videos and everything.
So I want you to tell us a hard truth now.
Okay.
Because now you've said be consistent. Focus on putting it out over and over and over. Now tell us honestly, can forcing yourself to create when you're not inspired actually reduce the quality of your work? Or does it build mastery over time?
There has to be a balance to it.
Talk to me.
Right? Because if forcing yourself to create, right, you forget that you are human. Okay? And sometimes, like I said, circumstances can come in, right? That's where the structure, understanding your limits, not pushing yourself to, I understand you have to be there.
Exactly. It's a competitive space.
Yes. But if you've done it over time, it shouldn't be every time that you feel forced to do it. If it's something you actually love to do, you must not really love to, but if something you really, really have to do, right? Even if, I don't think the forcing yourself thing should come every time. It shouldn't be every time, right?
Yes.
If it comes every time, then I really think you have to like review.
So let's use this example. You get motivated like twice every week. Or 4 times every week, to be generous. Is that much?
If I'm motivated 4 times every week, I don't understand.
4 times every week, that's almost every day. But you have to...
That's not realistic though.
Let's work with us. So let's be generous with them.
Okay.
But you have to put out 2 videos every day. Okay? And then the inspirational motivation that comes is for you to get a particular idea for a video. So what happens to the other... Let's say that the motivation each day is enough for the 2 videos. So what happens to the other 3 days you're supposed to shoot? Knowing that in this space, you need 2 videos every day for the next 3 months. How do you make up for? So that is the forcing yourself. And keep in mind, you say this was not very realistic. But the forcing yourself is that this 3 days into 3 months would give us 3, 12. That is 24 plus 12 would be
36.
Exactly. That would be 36 videos you are supposed to shoot. And there's no motivation. So that's the forcing yourself. So then you're not motivated, you don't have the inspiration. The only motivation you have is that I will make it. I'm supposed to, like you mentioned, if you know you're going to be wealthy, yeah? So you know you're supposed to be successful here. Without forcing yourself, drop the quality of those other 36 videos.
Like I said, right? If I feel motivated,
yes,
to do something today, most times, like I have this thing I call my work journal. I can just stay like this and then I'm having these ideas, the content I'm going to create. I write them down. And know how. If you're motivated in a day, there's no how you're getting only two ideas, right?
For someone that is motivated 4 times a week, maybe that's how to balance it out. You only get 2 ideas.
If you're motivated 4 times a week, right?
And it's just for one idea, because 4 times a week is very generous.
You can't be motivated for just one idea.
But can you be motivated 4 times a week?
That's very unrealistic.
So that's, you're balancing it out. So yeah.
What I'm trying to say is those times you feel motivated, they're the best times to push yourself to think of more things for the days that you'll not be motivated. It's just like what the ants do.
Okay, yeah, storing up.
They store up.
So if with your words you're saying being realistic, would you say you are motivated more as per daily or weekly? You're motivated more than you're not. You're motivated more often than you're not as a human being. No, is the other way around, yes?
The other way around.
Very good. The ideas you get cannot be enough for you to get enough videos to make it in the Nigerian content creator space now.
Which is why you have to push yourself at some point. Now, there's something about, you said something about mastery, right?
Yes.
If you've done it over time, right, and then you've mastered this thing, if you force yourself to do some things, right, but then because you've mastered it, right, the quality might not drop necessarily. It might drop at some point, right? Of which, that's why, I mean, you are human, you are not a robot. It's only a robot that will do it like that, and then the quality does not drop a little, right? The quality will drop at some point, but let's take, for instance,
Yes.
I bake, right? And let's say I get orders every day, right? I get orders, like I have orders every day.
Every single day.
It's not every day I have the motivation. I love to bake. I really love to bake, right? But it's not every time I have the motivation to bake. It's not every day I want to. Like, sometimes I don't want to stand near that gas cooker, and I don't want to stand near the oven. I don't want to go to the oven. I don't want something that looks like kitchen. I just want to be in my room.
You have to.
But I have to. And then what helps the quality not to drop is because there's a recipe.
Okay.
There's a way of doing this thing. There's a way of making this cake. There's already a standard of making this cake that you know that you can't drop it, right?
Yeah.
So it helps me to just, okay, I don't have the strength to, I don't want to do this, right? But then this thing is already here. There's already a system. There's already a structure. There's already a way of doing this cake, right? That even if I do, nobody will know that, this girl was tired when she did it too. But then I still have to put out my best, right? There are sometimes that even if you follow the recipe, you can still make mistakes. But the essence of all of these things is exactly because of fatigue. Essence of this thing is to create a structure. That's why I said you have to balance it, right? You have to create a structure. Something you have done over time. Times when you feel like forcing yourself, right? But you need to find a way around it that, okay, even if I don't feel like doing this thing today, if I don't do it today, if I don't do it today, will anything happen? That's number one. Secondly, if I do it today, will I be able to give the quality? Sometimes you need to still stand. You need to just move back a little. That's the truth. People think you just push yourself. You're human. Sometimes you just need to take a step back, because if you keep towing that part of, oh, I have to do this, and all of that, it will eventually break your quality.
A question I have here, but before I move on to that question, this will be our first break, our first commercial break. We will see you right back. Assimilate what we've told you. Make you know too much for your head. Make you know bust.